Good morning. It's February the 8th, 2018. Time to kick off another trading day. Hypothetical simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, results may have under overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representations being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Well, we awaken this morning to the 30-year auction. That's the toughest piece of paper to move. It's easier to move with higher interest rates. The 10-year auction was not even characterized as weak. It was characterized as bad. We thought we'd find selling in London and perhaps buying if they drive it down, but the first move was up, stopped about where we thought it would stop, and then the market has been selling ever since. So we got a mom, B, we've got a mom, definitely a B, so we pretty good chance of getting stops beneath that low right there. They know they're there. Now, the dynamics of the auction is that you just can't run a market straight down. You know yourself that as long as the market's selling, you don't have a lot of interest in buying. You've identified areas that you might buy, but as long as it's going straight down, you don't step up to the plate usually. You want to see some signs of buying before you get there. So they can't run the market straight down and move the paper they need. They've got to ratchet them. If it's going lower, they'll ratchet it, and the way that they support prices is that they cover the shorts, and they are heavy short into the auction. So today's news is limited to jobless claims and nat gas. Nobody will pay any attention to them. The direction of the Emini is key. The Zero Hedge summary article says the Dow is set to open minus 200 points. And if that is the case, the E-mini will open lower too. So I think there's one short left in the market to help the primary dealer set things up. We're going to put it at 27 to 31, sell 1, 3 to 7, sell 2. On the buy side, we're going to let them go for stops beneath that level, so we're going to put 17 to 13, buy 1. And just right against support. It may take a 21 to get in, don't know. But that's the way we're going to start out the day. And we'll go 5 to 9 for buy 2.
Unmuted.
So we think there's one sell left in the market, and we want to try to get that done at 27 to 31. Our buy zone is 13 to 17. The second buy zone is 5 to 9, and might take a 21 to get into the market. We'll see. Tough to move the paper in a straight down market. The buyers have little incentive, so we have to have at least relief rallies. And again, the direction of the E-mini is probably primal this morning given the lack of news. Okay, looking at the 30-year. Now, we're faced with a situation quite often right before the day session opens, you can make a low. And again, the idea is we'd like to be short to retest this low right here. So right now we're going to make 28 to the buck 1, 3 to 7, sell 1. That's probably a stretch. If the selling gets started early, then 11 to 15, sell 2. We're in new territory down here. So we'll make 20 to 24, 1. First buy will be 13 to 17. and then 5 to 9 for buy 2. Okay, the Bank of England this morning speaks, and they expect to keep policy unchanged. The people will be focused on their forward guidance. Yesterday, I forget which Fed governor came out and said it, but he said for the United States, 3 interest rate increases were appropriate. Yesterday, the other news around the globe was pretty light. The Asian markets were mixed. The European markets got hit pretty hard. So everybody's looking for a soft opening on our stock markets this morning, see if they break. We left yesterday's stock market looking for, thought we had to retest, you know, the something below 2,600 before more players would re-enter the market. So a test of that low at 25.31 is probably, or something below 2,600 is probably in the cards before that market can set up to rally. Gold, we'd identified 1312 yesterday as a trading target. We had the low volume number at 9. If you don't believe low volume numbers are support and resistance, if you don't believe that high volume numbers are the attractors, just there's your attractor. Hits it in Asia. There's your E period low. We managed to bounce up as high as 1315 till it sold down to here and hit the low volume number early, and it bounces off of that. So again, you do know where support and resistance are, and that can only improve your bottom line. It just can't hurt you at all. So we're in the same situation that we're in with treasuries. If the Emini rallies, gold will probably come off a little bit. So 14 to 16 is sell 1, 19 to 21 is sell 2, 9 to 11 is buy 1, and 4 to 6 is buy 2. Stops below 1300 are within reach. Okay, looking at the euro quickly. You know, the euro's kind of it's a tough one to play and to follow these days. Generally speaking, you want to sell the euro because the European Central Bank wants it lower. But, you know, that call for par that Goldman Sachs made for last year is long gone. So probably pretty good buying below 120, and as it stands right now, and pretty good selling. I mean, the very clean break right here is 23.50 right now. We broke some pretty good support there, so maybe 23.25 is where we'd expect to find sellers. But we do know that the European Central Bank does want it lower, so they can export outside of the European Union. And we've already seen that I don't think the EU is going to push for punitive restrictions, penalties, etc. on Britain because of the European, the German primarily car manufacturers. They don't want that. So the Brexit will probably be allowed if that's what if Britain sticks to their guns, to proceed without too much damage done to the UK economy. Right here, 22.75, 22.80 would be the first break, and then the second break is going to be at 123. So and you can see it very clearly on the charts. Again, the longer term trend is for lower prices. So sell 1's 22.75, sell 2 is 23. On the buy side, we have a low of 40 to 50, so maybe stops below that low right there. So 25 to 35 buy 1, and the buck buy 2. So this is the contract that Nancy's tweezers came from. Did some great research for the room. That little double top or double bottom is especially powerful in the euro. Crude oil all over the map, but probably the trading range is going to hold because of economic growth around the world. Stops below 60. Wouldn't that be something though? You know, it wasn't too long ago it was 40 to 50. Then it was 50 to 55 for support. Now it looks like maybe 60. 60 is going to be pretty good support, 55 to 60. So you can see prices are moving up. Everything is pointed down right now. So we're not stupid about that. So maybe stops below 61. Now right here we do have support right in the middle, but we'll go for stops below 61. So we'll make 60.75, 61 buy 1. The low volume number down here is at 60.75 right there. And then 60.25, 60.50 buy 2, but stops below 60 are within reach. On the sell side, would like to do 61.50 to 75, but again, we'll make that sell 1, and then 62, 62 and a quarter, sell 2. But the market got hit really, really, really hard, and if we don't get an early break in crude, then we should look for a pause day, maybe a buyer against 61 and a seller 61.75 or higher. Consolidate yesterday's selling. The U.S. has said in Syria that they're not going to abandon their headquarters with the resistance group they've been fighting with, which presents Turkey with a dilemma. Will they attack U.S. troops that are siding with the Kurdish rebels or not? My guess is they probably won't. But it won't endear us to them. Turkey's it's an interesting place. I can remember I spent a lot of time in Adana, Turkey. Wild place back in the 70s. There was a movie about 2 drug users getting caught in Turkey and having to go to jail right there. And the jail in Adana was not nearly as bad as the jail in Ankara where the movie was done. But you'd walk past that jail and the prisoners would all be standing out there just begging for anything that you would throw them. And after seeing that, I think it was a Midnight Express or whatever it was, after seeing that movie, we couldn't understand why the prisoners were so vocal, but after watching that movie I could. Pretty bad place. Okay, the E-mini, the news is out, the Dow's set to open down 200 points, and so the issue is, will it break? And I think it just behooves us to take a little look at the F1 screen on the E-mini. And what you're going to see in the E-mini is that this 27 area up here to 27.25 is where current resistance is, and you can see that we've rejected prices below 2600. So we got a buyer at 26 minus, and we've probably got a seller at 2700 plus as the market consolidates. Here's your November rally, here's your December rally, there's your January rally, and now we're in our February sell-off, and you can see that went back almost to the October lows right here before it popped back up. E-mini got hit harder than the cash S&P 500 did, and then did the Dow. So that's where we are. So right now, for planning purposes, we're selling 2700 plus. We're buying 2600 minus. Probably looking to establish or build value maybe here in this 2650 area. Right now we've got volume at 86. We played that as well as that could be played the last couple of days, I believe. And as long as we stay below this 2725, 2740 area right in here, the market can sell. So all the tape chatter is the market, the Dow's going to open down 200 points. Will we get follow-through selling today? And if so, is the plunge protection team ready? I think it was Dudley said that Powell's put is well below the market, well below the 25.31. So we did not see much in the way of plunge protection team the other day. So right here on this, obviously the 2700 area is where we'd like to get short. We're pointed up. We've got resistance at 75 to 80, so 74, 79, sell 1, 84, 89, sell 2. And I'm in 2-point increments here. I'll probably widen that at some point today now that things have slowed down. The 65 area is probably pretty good support starting out. This one we need to be cautious about, a 64, 66 buy. Picking up this area right here in that little dent. And then down here, 55, 57. Would pick up this area right here for buy 2. So I think the danger is early in the session is having scoop orders to buy it up. I think we'll have a little time to get short. And we'll see if that plays out. We can't break 65. We got a chance to get up to 2700. And looking at the structure, you'd like to be short north of 2686, above that high volume number. So the first time it corrects, you got a chance to make a little bit of loot. Get out of the way. Okay, going to take a bit to get everything written up. Going to get done. I'll go ahead and we'll put the video up quickly. The first 3 or 4 minutes will cover my assessment. I'll get that up as fast as I can. Put it up on YouTube. Back as fast as I can get back.